You watching my channel, Mizzle14. I am Tom Mizzle, and I'm here, and I'm back doing a review of Queen Sugar, Season 3, Episode 7, Sturdy War No More. Alright, so let me just start with Charlie. Charlie was out having a little brunch or a little lunch. Said she was outside having lunch, and I guess a waitress put an article on the table. She saw the article and she picked it up, and it was an article of Davis, her ex-husband, and the article of his teenage love child. So she was stuck on that because she's still feeling hurt about that situation and in that news that he brought to her. And she held on to the article. When she was putting her article back in a bag, she got a note. She saw a sticky note with Romeo's number. Remember, Romeo's the guy that helped Charlie with her car because it wouldn't start, and he helped her with the battery of the car. And and then she later found out when she took Mr. Prosper to the hospital, he was the nurse there, doctor/nurse there, and she never called him. So she saw this number. This when Jacob came, because remember, Charlie and Jacob went out and they had a little kiss, and after that, Charlie never really talked to him again. And Jacob was like, "It's hard to use harder lady to track down," and but somebody told me that I could find you here. And sit there, and Jacob basically wanted to take her out again. He said he had a good time, and Charlie said she did had a good time, and Jacob wanted to know what's going on. She said she was going through some things. And I was like, yeah, Charlie is going through some things. So she had no time to focus on you. But at the same time, Charlie is still stuck on Davis and what's the issue about that problem, that little secret that he held on for this long time. She's still stuck on that. So she was trying not to give Jacob too much time. I think she was vulnerable, and it led to that thing with Jacob. But it was that's a judgment. And so she's trying to say, no, I just want to get my space, focus on me and me handling my situation before I jump on anything else. And he said, cool. So let me know when you're ready and you have time. I'm around. Then we in this party scene, because this was jump scene to the Aunt Vi birthday party. Charlie was there by herself. She was drinking, looking inside, and Mr. Prosper came to her, and it was like, what you doing over here? She said she was thinking about things, and this when Mr. Prosper revealed that the love of his life, that he died, she loves her. He loves her so much, and that was the love of his life. But that wasn't his first wife. That was his second. And she said, what, really? He said, yeah. So he gave us advice. He said, are you going to be able stuck in the past? Or you be distracted by your past, or you gonna move on and focus on the future. And that was nice. It was like, because sometimes people don't like to move on because they're always so distracted about what's happened on in their past life, their past marriage, their past relationship, what that person is doing, what that person has done to them. But they didn't realize to focus on who their happiness, their future, and everything suffer in the future because they focus so much on the past. So this led to Charlie calling Romeo, the nurse guy at the hospital, and they had a good conversation. Romeo said he close with Umbrella, but it was far away, and she's sick, and it's tough that it's sad that he ain't go to next to her too much, and not be near her to see about her, to take care of her, and it was nice. They had a little back and forth. And this when he asked her, did she cook? And she said, no, her version of cooking is takeout. She got it for her mother. He said, well, if we go to a date again, and next time we hang out, I want you to come to my house and I cook for you. And I said, oh, you got a man that cooks. He's a good man, Charlie. Go ahead for it, girl. And else that. And then later on, Charlie found out a news from Vicky. Because remember, Vicky is the lady that Charlie's working with to get more information about the Landrys and what they find going on. And she found out something, and she told off Agent Nova and Violet was that. But I'll explain that what exactly that later on. But hold on to that. Then we get Nova. Nova and Mr. Prosper was talking, sitting down, and Mr. Prosper said something to her. And it was Nova was like asking different questions about his farm, about how he grew up, about him and her father, and his thoughts about him leaving his house, getting evicted from his house. So it was a general conversation. What strikes me in this conversation when Mr. Prosper told Nova that your father, even though he was headstrong and stuff, one day he was in the field and he had a gun. I guess to his head, and I think like he wanted to kill herself. She said, "What?" And it's like my father was so strong. And she said, "Yeah, everybody has some dark demons in them, and dark times. Just because they're strong doesn't mean they don't have any dark periods where they don't feel like they need to live anymore. It was the kids, it was the farm, it was life, it was everything he was battling, he was struggling. He just wanted to let go and give up. And at that point, it was like no one didn't realize our father was that type of person who would like to give up on life. And he said, yeah, everybody goes through it sometimes. So that's why she went at the party as well, the same party of our 60th birthday party. She sat on a tree branch. She was thinking, drinking, and this is Remy came up. Remember, she turned down Remy and said she's just not gonna work. Cause you know Remy trying to get with Nova. They got the feelings for each other, but Nova's trying to fight that feelings. So she went out there. He went to go talk to her, and she said, "I'm sitting out here and talking about my father." And Vi said, "Come over here, come and dance, because they was dancing at the time." And Remy was trying to say, I got moves, trying good conversation to try to get her to get up. And she didn't want to budge. She said, "No, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to stay here." So he went to go do what he had to do. Nova was washing some dishes, and then Remy came to the dishes, trying to help. And at one point, they was touching, and they didn't say any words. They let the action fill the words. It was like when you don't say words and you let your action, your body language do everything for you, do the talking, it speaks volumes. It is waves coming out of them. It's like she wants this, she likes this, but she's trying to fight it. And it's just like, it's this feeling inside of her to say like, this could be good for her. This could be real, but she don't want to push on. So I just hopefully we get more and see that this Nova and Remy and they can make past their little misstep and give us a try, because all they can do is try. And that was that. Ralph Angel, right? Ralph Angel was he met with the parolee, right? Met with the parolee. Parolee apologized. He said he was hanging out with a friend and he didn't know his friend was gonna bring a couple other friends to the house, and he really apologized for that. Ralph Angel said he don't play around with his son. Now, he said, but people gave him a second chance when he fucks up when he's in the past. Because remember, Ralph Angel was in parolee's shoes at one time, and he messed up. So he said he gonna give him a second chance to go on the farm, and the guy said thank you. That's what he gave. That's what he got a phone call for Darla. So they was talking for him a little bit, and Darla was like, "What time should I come back tomorrow?" He said, "What you talking about?" He said, "Well, for Blue coming to my house over for the weekend," and he said, because she said she got his room all made up, and she bought tickets to the museum and wanted to take him out, and he was so excited for it. He said, "Oh, but our birthday party is this weekend," and she said, "Oh, you didn't tell me that." He said, "Oh, I forgot to tell you," and she said, "Okay, then I can get him the next day tomorrow morning. No, next day after the morning after the party," and that was that. I was like, oh, this gonna be a start, because she's feeling some type of way because it's supposed to be her time having with Blue, and the fact that he didn't tell her is going to cause a problem. So Ralph Angel was at the party, chilling, hanging out, with playing. Domino's with Hollywood, Remy, another guy. This was his worker, his co-worker, and also love interest. Trent came, and she came with flowers and for our vibe. It was nice little play flowers, and he was introducing Trent to Hollywood, and they were all sizing up. They said, "Ooh, who is this?" He said, "Oh, this is my worker," and she was trying to help him to cover it up. And they said, "Oh, there's something else." They know it's more into that, but he was like, Ralph Angel was like nervous. Well, you know, we introduce somebody that you care about to your family, and you get so nervous, and you just say, "Oh, this is my friend," and stuff like that. You don't want them to know too much, but they sense that they know that it's more. But they went for that, and then our vice saw a trend, and he said, "Oh, this is trend." I said, "She said, what's your manners?" And um, she introduced herself, and it was nice little conversation. Then welcome back, and so we went to the back to go dance. She joined the party. She danced with Ralph Angel. They had a good time. Ralph Vi asked Ralph Angel for ice because they ran out of ice. He went to go get some ice, and then Trent Trent was trying to talk to Blue. Um, Blue was hesitant to talk to her at first. And he said, "Who is this lady? She's not my mother." And that's how you know I knew your kids are. They don't want to talk to some stranger. And Ralph Angel said, "She's okay. She's good." And he's talking, and it was nice. And he warmed up a little bit to her, and she was asking him a question. He answered it, and that's when they went to go thing. And she said, "No, I gotta go." She says, "Oh, it's no big deal." So she went to with them to the store. When they were in the store and they came back out, Blue and Trinity was talking, laughing, having a good time, showing the moves, and Darla was over there in that same area and was watching and saw Ralph Angel with the girl and Blue, and you could tell Darla was not liking that. She was upset. She was staring. She said, "Oh my gosh!" It's like he blew off my thing, my weekend with Blue, and he hanging out with some other chick with my son. And you know how baby mamas and mothers are like they don't like that. Someone a new woman in a picture in the thing, and you cancel my plans for this. So she went in that. Later on, Darla came the next morning after the Vi party, and she came and said, "You know what? We need a schedule." He said, "No, I told you if you have it next weekend." Mess up. He said, "No, because you know I had plans for this weekend. This weekend supposed to be my plans, and you did not tell me anything. So you didn't communicate with me about the party. So we need a new schedule." He said he didn't want no schedule, and she asked, "Who's that girl?" And he just said, "That's my coworker at the That's my coworker." She said, "Well, I'm telling you, we need a schedule." I'll say, what's your situation right now, Darla and Ralph Angel? I think it's best to get a schedule so it won't be any communication because if y'all keep breaking each other's plans and stepping over each other's path, it's going to get worse and you don't want to go into the system and fighting and y'all be bitter, have an argument like y'all had last time. So it'd be best if y'all do get a schedule and see, all right, I get Blue this weekend, you get Blue this weekend, or I get Blue this week, you get Blue next week, whatever. They have a set steady schedule so both parties be happy. I know he's not liking that, but I think you need to do that, Ralph Angel, to make sure Dawn is not a pest to you and not nagging you about things because she is back in the picture, even though she did left and messed up everything. But she's back in the picture now, so you cannot like knock her wanting to have a schedule with her son and plan time to have schedule so she can have her own time with her son and you have your time with yours. Then we get the whole And then we get into a little scene with Micah. Micah and Kiki was talking and they was kissing and looked like they were about to do something. And Vi was not having it. She said, "What y'all doing? Open the doors. Why the doors closed?" And you know how you were young and back in the days of families, like they don't play that when you got teenagers, kids. You keeping the door open. No door's supposed to be closed in my house, especially at a party. It's always sexy and stuff. So she keeping her out. Told her, "Look, get back up to the party. Let's have fun." Before that, he get a text from Aunt and say Aunt was going somewhere and meeting up at a spot, hanging out. And he asked Kiki, "Do you want to come?" She said no. And he said, "What happened? Y'all used to be close." She said, "Well, used to, but we just grew up and we changed." And the last time he ditched Kiki to hang out with him, and I don't know if she knows feels some type of way about that because he posted supposed to go with Kiki, but he decided not to go with Kiki and cancel the plans and go with them. So I don't know if she feels some type of way about them personally, but I can tell that Kiki wasn't feeling them as much anyway. That was that. She said, "Why did it take y'all so long? Go back this way." And they went out to the party. Now the whole most of the bulk of the episode was Aunt Vi birthday party. So we get Aunt Vi and Hollywood at the beginning of the episode. Aunt Vi was looking at things. She was sketching something. And Hollywood came in, said, "Oh, it's her 60th birthday. Happy birthday." Gave her the gift that somebody gave her. And they was talking. And then she sold him a contract of what Jared wanted to do with her thing. It'd be 60% and she get 40%. And she said her real goal is to have her own store called Vi's Prize Pies and stop not working under the kitchen with somebody recognizes base slave or somebody's kitchen and somebody made. And she don't want that. She want her own. Because she worked so hard to do all that extra stuff to get her own spot where she could do her own. And she said, "Yo, I don't want this like that." And Hollywood gave her a box, a small little box. And she said, "What's this?" She opened it. It was empty. He said, "I love you and everything. And this box is empty. But whatever you want on your birthday, I'm going to fill that box because you deserve everything and need it." So, Hollywood is a good man. He loves Aunt Vi. He especially adores Aunt Vi. And she said, "Okay." So this was come to the party. And then Willie Mae, Hollywood mother came, and Aunt Vi was like taken aback. So why he bought his mother? And they was talking. She said, "Oh, I'm happy to see you. I'm proud of you after 60th." And at first it was a little tension, but it wasn't too much tension. And then Aunt Vi talked to Hollywood. She said, "Where's she staying?" She said, "Well, I'm not putting my money in a hotel." And she was like, "Okay." And then Willie Mae gave Aunt Vi a gift. It was an apron that says her store name that she wants, Vi's Prize Pies. And she said she loved the pies. She's very proud of her. She see her pies in stores, and she just loved a Pacific pie that Aunt Vi makes. That is Aunt Vi's favorite pie as well. And they had a good conversation. They enjoyed themselves and loved it. And then we get to this party. Aunt Vi was having a good time. They was enjoying themselves, dancing, drinking, and also Hollywood surprised her because she didn't really want that because they were supposed to go to a Italian restaurant because she said she always been doing there for her birthday and it never hurts her. It never did anything wrong for her, so why break the tradition? And he said, "Okay, cool." But he surprised her. He had people, fans, and family there, surprised her, happy birthday, jump out. She said, "Oh, I didn't want this." So he said, "This is for you." So they had a good time, enjoying themselves. And then they was on a patio. They was giving a little speech to everybody, and she said she adores Hollywood. She's very proud and she happy that he doing this for her. And Hollywood announced that he can't wait to make Vi his wife and said, I can't wait to make her Violet Bordelon Destian. I think that's his last name, Destian, or Violet Destian. And I was like, okay. And then Violet was not liking that. She was like stunned and taken back. She was unhappy about that statement. And then that's why we came about why she was unhappy. So she came in the room. Holly was in the bed. She came in the room. Holly was like, "Happy birthday. The real party's about to start." Like, kind of like he want to give her loving and stuff like that. And you could tell her face was now like in a party mood now. And she told him, she said, what she really wants. She said, "Oh, my life, I have worked hard. And I've been proud of my name. And my name is Violet Bordelon. And I do not want to change my name. I want to have just Violet Bowden. I don't want Violet Dessian, and I don't want Violet Bowden on Dessian. I want to keep my name. I'm not changing it. And this one, Hollywood got pissed. Cause before the reason why he got pissed, cause before that, Hollywood and Willie Mae was talking, and Willie Mae was like, "Why is that vibe? Why you put so much effort in this one?" He said, "I love her. This is my love of my life." The same thing. She asked for kids, and he said, we talk about that. It's not gonna happen." But she said, "I just want you to really put yourself first sometimes. Like you doing everything for her, but when it's about Hollywood, why? When can you be happy? You do a lot of the things. You don't focus on vibe, but focus on yourself." Because I grew up focused too much on anything else, and I sacrificed a lot of my goals. She said, "I just want you to be happy and focus on your goals and follow your goals." And he said, "Okay." So that's why it boils down to, it's like, yo, I didn't ask you so much. I didn't ask you a lot of things. You didn't want a big wedding. I said, okay, I could. We ain't have no kids. Um, Storefront, you don't want his money. It's fine. You can do you. But one thing he had is a name, and he wanted to show people that you is his, and I belong to you, and you can't get that. So he got pissed, and this one really made his mother tell him, was like, you know what? Violet went through some wars and battles, and she got a few scars, and her not changing her name is not a big deal. You want to know in her wedding day is that she giving you your heart and not her name. And that's what made Hollywood feel like, he said, you know what? This is childish. Because it was like, I understand what Hollywood's feeling, but I understand on Vibe too. They both in different stages, and she don't want to change her name. And some people like that. They don't want to change their name. They love their own name, and so proud of it. To change it to somebody else is crazy. And he went to talk to Vi, and she said, "You know what? I love you, and I'm so happy that I have a guy in my life. But I'm telling you, I'm not changing my name." He said, "I don't want you to." And she said, "You know what? Because you've been great. Let's have this big wedding. Let's blow it out. Let's throw it up. Let's do it bigger up." And he said, "Oh, snap." That he's happy. So at least he got something. He wants a big wedding. He wants to show everyone the world that they belong together. Let them be. And it was nice. Now, remember I said Charlie has something to tell them. Vicky told Charlie something, and Vicky said, "Charlie, you want to sit down." Then Charlie brought the news to Vi, Ralph Angel, and Nova, and he said, "This is the real plan. The real plan why the Landrys are freaking buying, evicting everybody of their properties, surveying the land, trying to get their farms." And she said, "It's not that they want to take their farm; they want to take back their farm land, and their farm right now is the only property that's stopping them from doing this big project. The real thing they want try to do is they trying to build a prison on St. Joe's. That whole property land, they try to build a prison. And Landry's work with a government, and she worked with the government to build a private jail. And their farm is what is needed to complete that plan, and it's what is stopping them. So that's what they're trying to get with make the deal with the border loans and try to own 6%. They ain't trying to take the land to own it. They trying to take back that thing, and it's their farm is stopping them. So that's when they know the plan. And Noah's upset. Noah was not like that. And then Ralph Angel said, "Jail? Hell to the no. They trying to build jail." I said, "Yeah, it's like this is what they do with their money. Instead of doing other things with their money, they want to build jails to show more power to get money from them and government to get money from people putting them in jail. And that's not going to be a good look." So I can't wait to see what they're going to do with this information and how they all join forces and take down the Landrys, and to make sure this plan doesn't go through. This plan doesn't go through. And I don't want this plan to go through. The bill of jail on their land, their property that they fought and built so hard for, to fought for, too nervous to go up and give it to Ralph Angel now, for them to lose that for a jail, that's not gonna happen. So that was Queen Sugar. I like this episode. Hope y'all at least like, comment, subscribe to my channel. My name is Mental Time Mizzle. Channel is Fifth Mizzle 14. And I talk to you all later. Peace.